When we talk about global warming, kids, we're always talking about the warming in the atmosphere. We have mentioned that ocean is also warming, but what else is happening in the ocean? The first thing you should remember is that ocean covers 70% of the surface area, which means it's seeing all that heat that is accumulating in the atmosphere. So obviously a lot of it is going into the ocean. More than 90% of the excess heat we are trapping because of increasing global greenhouse gases is going into the ocean. The warming is going deeper and deeper and deeper. And the second most important thing is that as the CO2 increases in the atmosphere, kids, CO2 dissolves very easily into water. As you know, you get all those carbonated waters with CO2 in them. That's because you can easily dissolve it, and you keep it cold because when it's cold and under high pressure, sealed can, it can hold high amounts of CO2. If you open it, it all goes out. If you shake it, it'll spray like a fountain and so on. Ocean is accumulating a lot of CO2, which reduces its pH. You remember pH from school? That means water is getting more acidic. So oceans are warming, sea levels are rising because warmer waters expand and glaciers are melting and putting water into the ocean. And they are acidifying, and they are also losing oxygen because warmer waters cannot hold as much oxygen. Solubility goes down. If you don't understand what that is, don't worry about it. But what are the impacts? Of course, we talked about rising sea levels bringing more water through inundation with the storms and cities going under, and warmer waters giving more energy to the cyclones and storms and so on. Of course, they will harm the fish in the ocean and change the range of species. Good or bad effects happen. But more importantly, acidic waters, lower pH means there are many species which form calcium carbonate shells like corals, shrimps. Then there are many other phytoplankton like coccolithophores and so on, which form calcium carbonate shells. For them to form the shells and not get dissolved, the water needs to have a certain pH and certain level of carbonate ions. If you don't understand, don't worry. But as we increase CO2 and waters get acidified, the seawater becomes less saturated with carbonate ions, and that means the carbonate shells begin to dissolve. So all kinds of bad things are happening, and krill population is dropping, especially in Antarctica where the whales go to feed their calves. And these are all bad things, kids, bad things.